Okay, so on the other side, we've divided our page into 12 sections, 3 sections across, 4 sections downwards. You could do that with your ruler, or you can, again, just fold your paper into 12 sections and just go over your crease lines with a ruler. On the one side, what we did was we tried our best to freehand circles. Again, my suggestion was to find a center point to work with and just imagine what your radius would be and kind of just sketch a light line going all the way around, staying at that kind of same distance. And you're just going to have to eyeball it to the best of your capabilities and just slow little sketch lines until you feel like you're pretty happy with your circle. Then you can go over top of it with a darker line and then just erase what's in the center. With ongoing practice, by the time you get to your 12th circle, it should look a lot better, and your ability to create that circle should become a lot quicker. We decided to go from a shape to a form, going from something that looks like a 2-dimensional circle to a globe by adding some contour lines in. And again, we did that just by imagining that it was kind of cut in half this way, and then cut in half this way, and just exaggerating that front curve to show that it's a nice plump spherical form. Okay, and we did that to the second half, going from something that's 2D to 3D without adding any shading, just using simple lines. Okay, again, a sphere just has one face. It's just one smooth face all around the globe. Okay, but this just helps us communicate to the viewer that it's got volume. And on the other side, we're going to try the same thing. We're going to go from a square to a cube. So if you were to freehand the square, and I do recommend trying to freehand it without using the ruler as I've posted, but if you want to use the ruler, if you're having a really hard time with keeping your lines straight, you can. So basically a square has 4 lines interconnected. They're all the exact same length, and the top and the bottom need to be parallel, and the left and the right need to be parallel. Okay, so I'm going to start with my 2 sides. And again, I'm going to have to, actually, you know what, an easier way might be to do one side and then kind of an L. And you want to kind of eyeball, right? Is this side relatively the same as this side? Okay, without checking. And then the top one is going to be parallel with this, so going in the exact same direction to the best of your capabilities. And then we want to close it on this side with a line that's parallel to this side. Okay, so see if you can freehand some squares. Again, if you're really uncomfortable with your freehand work, you can just choose a ruler and go, okay, this side is 3 centimeters, and then 90 degrees this way, I'll have 3 centimeters again, and the top is going to get another 3 centimeters, and I'll enclose this side, with another 3. Okay, if that helps. And again, if you are freehanding, maybe start with some super light sketch lines. And then when you're kind of happy with it, you can darken them. Okay, so I'm just going to speed through this. You guys take your time. So about 3 centimeters, my line at least is about 3 centimeters. So I'm imagining about 3 this way, again, kind of like an L, and then this one is parallel with this one is parallel with this one. Okay, or again, you can speed it up. Hey guys, so let's take a break and see if we could turn some of our squares into cubes. Ideally, you want to leave the top squares and the bottom cubes, but if you're just halfway down, try some with me now, okay? So when you're doing a cube, you want to go from something that looks like it has one face to multiple faces, right? So we're going to have to draw the top, the bottom, the two sides, and the back of the cube. It's all made up of square faces. So basically you want to redraw this square, but you want to transition it over on an angle, okay? So if we take the bottom point here and we imagine it going, okay, so almost into the middle of the cube, what will be the cube, the square, okay? So if we take that piece and we go back almost to the middle, okay, now what we do is we start matching up parallel lines. So this side, okay, we need to make that side again, except now we're starting at this point, so it's going to go a bit higher. The top, this side comes down like this, and the bottom of the cube is here. Okay, again, so you're imagining this same square is transitioning up and over, up and to the right. And then you just connect the corners respectively. Okay, your first one might be wonky, but with practice, they'll get better. Okay, so eventually you'll be able to just freehand it and fly through it, but if you want to use your ruler, you can. Okay, and again, if it looks a little bit off, chances are you just have to fix up the fact that this line needs to be parallel with this one back here. Okay, and this one here needs to be parallel with this one back here. And this one here needs to be parallel with this one back here. And this one here needs to be parallel with this one back here. All right, so see if you can turn the rest of these into cubes as well. So half of your sheet is squares, freehanded or with ruler, and the rest you can try some cubes. Okay, so we're going to take the bottom corner, we're going to bring it in, and then this side is here, this side is here, this side is here, this side is here. And again, they should both be squares, right? All the sides should be the same, and then connect.